Abu Dhabi, the 28th of November 2017. WAM on the occasion of the UAE's 46th National Day celebrations, the Emirates News Agency, WAM, has compiled a series of reports regarding the achievements of the state over the past year. In Part 6, we look at the UAE aid to Yemen over the last 12 months. Over the course of the last year, Operation Restoring Hope, the campaign by the Saudiled Coalition to restore political legitimacy to Yemen, has continued to work to bring to an end the illegitimate authority represented by the Houthi militias and the forces supporting former President Ali Abdullah Saleh, along with their foreign backers. At the same time, the UAE has maintained and increased its program of providing humanitarian assistance and of facilitating reconstruction of the country's infrastructure, all part of a program designed to meet the needs of Yemen's people. Latest figures indicate that the UAE ranks as the top country in the world in terms of providing relief assistance to the country. The aid is provided in accordance with the directives of President His Highness Sheikh Khalifa bin Zayed Al Nahyan, the Vice President, Prime Minister and ruler of Dubai, His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, and His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan, Crown Prince of Abu Dhabi and Deputy Supreme Commander of the UAE Armed Forces. The UAE's contribution was acknowledged by the President of the International Committee of the Red Cross, ICRC, Peter Maurer, who commented at a recent seminar organized by the Emirates Diplomatic Academy, that the UAE is in the core group of donors of ICRC, and we appreciate their contributions, in particular to our Yemen operations. The first and foremost partner of the ICRC in the UAE, he noted, was the Emirates Red Crescent. We appreciate their efforts within the UAE but also internationally. Besides its collaboration with the ICRC, the Emirates Red Crescent also worked closely with the World Health Organization, WHO, in the fight against the epidemic of cholera which swept much of Yemen earlier in the year. Dr. Mamunur Rahman Malik, coordinator of the Health Security and Preparedness Cluster in WHO's Department of Communicable Disease Control, noted at the height of the epidemic in June that, at this point in time, the Emirates Red Crescent is our only strong partner in Yemen in fighting the cholera epidemic and other serious health issues. Yemenis, he said, welcomed the WHO's partnership with the ERC because of their recognition that ERC services were made available to all without discrimination. Our partnership has proven that we are going to solve the problem without any discrimination, targeting the neediest segments. People feel they get what they need and we need to scale this up further in order to expand our reach, he explained. UAE support for WHO activities included a donation of $10 million from His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, handed over to the organization's Director General, Dr. Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus, during a meeting in July. As the WHO's Dr. Malik noted, however, the UAE, through the ERC, has also made a significant contribution to health and other humanitarian services in Yemen through its own program of activities. Speaking at a time when an estimated 4,050% of Yemen's health facilities were not operating, the ERC was managing routine medical services in Aden, he noted. While details of the cost of the UAE's humanitarian assistance to Yemen are not currently available, well over $2 billion has been provided since the launching of Operation Restoring Hope in 2015, both directly and through support for the programs of international organizations. This assistance has not only covered immediate humanitarian needs but has also extended to the rebuilding of infrastructure damaged during the course of the conflict. Incomplete figures indicate that expenditure on humanitarian and charitable activities has exceeded 1.97 billion United Arab Emirates dirhams $536 million. This included the supply of 172,000 tons of food and over 100 tons of medicines and other medical supplies, together with ambulances, with ERC medical teams also treating hundreds of thousands of patients. One estimate suggests that UAE aid has reached as many as 10 million Yemenis, including 4 million children. Polio and measles vaccinations have been administered to around 488,000 children, including 130,000 infants under the age of 1, and 358,000 children between the ages of 1 and 5, in 11 of Yemen's governorates. Help has also been provided for the repair and rebuilding of health facilities, such as the Republican Hospital, the largest and one of the most important health facilities in the southern port city of Aden. In terms of reconstruction, over 6.3 billion United Arab Emirates dirhams $1.7 billion has been provided to different sectors of the economy, with one particular focus being on electricity generation and supply, particularly in the governorates of Aden, Abyan, Hadramaut, Marib and Murrah. A solar-powered water desalination plant has also been built in Hadramaut. Recognizing the importance of ensuring that children are still able to benefit from education, expenditure has also been allocated to schools. In Aden, over 150 schools have been repaired and refurbished, with equipment including over 8,500 chairs, over 1,600 computers and 200 air conditioners being provided. Other governorates too have benefited, with 15 schools in Dala Governorate, another 9 in Lahey and a further 18 in Sokotra being repaired or renovated. In remote and undeveloped Sokotra, a fleet of buses was also provided, to enable children to reach their schools. Further assistance has been devoted to the transport infrastructure, with 534.80 million United Arab Emirates dirhams $145.60 million being spent by the UAE on civil transport vehicles and water and fuel transport vehicles in Aden and in the Marib, Hadramaut, Al-Mara and Sokotra governorates. The UAE has also funded the reconstruction of Aden Airport and the modernization of the port on Sokotra. Other funds have been provided as direct support for the Yemeni public budget, with 2.63 billion United Arab Emirates dirhams $715.47 million having been provided to allow for the payment of the salaries of government employees. In the year ahead, the UAE, through the Emirates Red Crescent and through other means, will continue to contribute extensively to meeting the needs of the Yemeni people. WAM Hatem Mohammed Wim Isra Ismail.